remember the child of who you are.
Yes.
And oftentimes, words like that, they are like your shadow. Anywhere you go to, they follow you. Like, man, hey, there are things you could do, but remember the child of who you are is like a restriction. So things like that place restriction on us, where oftentimes we never knew it to be reflection, but we used to reflect on words like that. Remember the child of who you are. Sometimes they'll say, oh, charity begins from home.
But what does that really mean when they say remember the child of who you are? What does it really mean?
Okay.
Because my parents have said it to me before.
You know, like I said earlier too, I said a good name is better than riches and gold. I don't know if you watched a series on Netflix, Adolescence, yes, where the boy committed a crime, but he didn't know the severity or the impact of the crime. So most time when they tell you to remember the child of who you are, that means whatever you do, if it's wrong, it's not going to affect you alone. There's what we call ripple or multiple effect. So it's not going to affect you alone. It's going to affect your parents, because if they're going to say anything, they'll say Emmanuel or Larry, the son of Mr. This. Yes. So you mean it doesn't stop with you, it extends to your parents. So that's what it means, that if you're good, they're still going to refer back to your parents. And if you are bad as well, they're still going to refer back to them. So if you remember the child of who you are, you will do all within your power to protect the name.
Yes. And would you say that's something that you're doing with your own children? And then you have 2 boys and a girl.
Yes. That is what I do with them. Like, oftentimes, you know, especially the country that we're in, where you can't discipline your children the way we were disciplined. You understand? So oftentimes you have to sit down and use more of the words. Apart from prayer, I'm a prayer person. If you know me, I pray a lot, but it's not about the children we have now. They are more of the why generation, where they want to know why about everything. Yes. Go and sleep. Why?
Yes.
Go and do this. Why? So, and before, what I try to do as a parent is to be proactive. Before my child gets to a point where I won't be able to exert that control. As they get older, the control becomes lesser from the part of the parent. So the more you sit them down, talk to them about life, come to them that some of the things you guys are trying to, or what you're trying to do now, is something I've done in the past. And some of these things I regretted doing them. And I don't want them to follow the same path. Like I always tell the teenagers that people should be able to go about the affairs of your life by observing your stuff. So now the question is, like I told them today, I say, are you a wonder or a wanderer? So it's either you live as an example or a warning. So that each time people talk about it, they'll say to you, oh, every time I come to this guy, it's always a solution to my problem. It's always adding value to me. So these are the things I do with my kids, that even if I was raised well, good, I want my children to be a better version of me.
Yeah.